Right. Live on both platforms. Thank you for joining. Welcome, everyone. Let us go ahead and begin with a nice light warm-up in a standing posture. So even before we begin to move, let's refine our position in standing so we have the feet even and parallel. Lengthen and open up in the toes. Work the tail down a bit. Have the abdominals in. Open in the chest. Relax the arms. Shoulders a little bit back, not too much. You just don't want to be kind of tense and tight, shoulders forward. So shoulders neutral or lightly back and down, and nice long neck. We're going to take some deep breath. So take a deep breath with the expansion of the ribs, and exhale slowly. You want the exhale to be deep as well, meaning you release all the air from the bottom of the lungs and draw into the core a little bit. And continue. Nice deep breath. Inhaling until you're full. And exhaling until you're empty. Repeat that. You may notice you can add a little more volume to each round of breath. So your capacity increases gradually over time. You breathe in. Enjoy that expansion. You breathe out. And you're letting go, both literally and figuratively. Let's go ahead and continue deep breathing. Keep the feet parallel with open toes. Lift the arms a little bit and very subtly twist side to side. And when you're done with the nice twisting warm-up, relax the arms. Let's roll the shoulders, looping it down and breathing deep. Both directions. And then switch to rolling the wrists. Both directions. And rolling the hips. Both directions. And feet together, rolling the knees. And both directions. And stand tall. Bring the arms up, weave the fingers together, push up through the palms, draw into the core, set the shoulders, and then bend and extend the arms. And switch which is the leading finger. So reweave the hands, push up again, and stretch once to the right. And once to the left. Come back to center, and now do a standing twist. wrapping the arms around the hips. You square the hips forward as you twist to the right. It doesn't matter which side, really, just so long as you do both sides. We'll come back to center and do the opposite side. Squaring the hips, twisting to the left, or whatever is the opposite side. Nice, steady breathing. And come back to center, lifting the arms. And go ahead and touch the toes, maybe wider stance, Uttanasana. It's very helpful to bend your knees. So if you're struggling in the pose, bend your knees, take a wide stance, maybe hold the legs. Breathe deep. And lengthen out the spine. Stand on up. And inhale, arms lift. And exhale, arms relax. And go ahead and take a very light chair pose where you bend the knees just a little bit, lift the arms just a little bit, and come back. Now do a moderate chair where you bend the knees a little more, lift the arms a little more, and come back. Do a light, moderate, or deep chair now where you draw into the abdominals, lifting the arms, put weight in the heels, breathe. Hands down, walk back, downward dog. You want even hands, and sometimes you look up to check that your hands are even. I'm using the tip of my mat to measure where my fingers are. So with that, you can check that the hands are even and parallel without having to lift. So the neck can relax. Look at your feet, keep them even. If you feel tight in your low back and legs, bend the knees, lift the hips higher. Otherwise, the legs can be engaged if that's working for you with good form. Remember to breathe. That's the internal form we always want to maintain. Always with the breath. And knees down. Let's go ahead and roll the back. Moving very smooth. And transition to child's pose. Relax the head, just rest and breathe, feeling grounded more and more as we practice. And come back to hands and knees. Let's go ahead and tuck under the toes and lift the knees just a little bit. This is the levitated cat. And then push back to a nice dog stretch. Hips high, head down. And walk lightly to the top of the mat. Or jump up. Now fold your arms into each other and let it all hang down.
Wide feet and bent knees will help if you feel uncomfortable. Breathe and be steady in the body and mind. And lengthen the spine. Stand up tall. Bring the arms up. And then the hands to heart. And again, we'll do chair. Any level of chair that works for you. A little bit more, or deep chair. Hands in prayer is easier on the shoulders and back. Lifting the arms is good if it works for you. Get that nice extension, extra muscle tone in the back, and openness in the shoulders. Deep breath. Hands down. Walk back. Downward dog. Head down, hips high. Inhale, plank. Top of a push-up. Work on your form. Lift out of the shoulders, lift the abdomen, tuck the tail, firm the legs. Knees down. Lower. And reach back through the feet. Inhale, easy cobra. And exhale. Lower. Again, inhale, easy cobra, and lift the hands a bit. Exhale, release. Inhale, easy cobra, lift chest and then hands and arms back, open the shoulders. And come on down. Now lift the legs and chest, roll the knees in, elbows hug in, and come on down. Take cobra using the arms a little bit, keep the elbows bent, shoulders back and down. And then release. Use the core and lift. And take a plank. Downward dog. Deep breath. Yeah, knees down. Let's go ahead and turn to the side. And walk or jump the feet apart. Deep breath. Yeah, draw into the core and stand on up. And open up the right foot. Lifting the arms, take warrior two. Make sure the knee is very open. And relax the arms and legs. And turn the back foot in. And open up the left foot, spreading the toes. And warrior two. Deep breath. And relax the arms and legs. And center the feet. Let's hinge back down again. Bring the hands forward like a dog stretch. And let the head hang down. Deep breath. And bring the hands back and have a flat back. Bend the right knee. Hold the stretch. Come back to center. Bend the left knee. Hold the stretch. All the while, deep breathing. Come back to center. Bend both knees and lift the chest. Then lengthen the legs and roll the back like a cat roll. Bend the knees, lengthen the spine. Do a couple more of these movements. Nice and smooth. And lengthen the legs. Come to neutral spine. Deep, deep breath. Let's make a nice spin to the right leg with the right knee above the ankle. And work on lifting the chest, spreading the toes. Deep, deep breath. Now, warrior one. Back foot down, rise on up. You can hold the thigh if you need support. Arms lift, draw into the core. Check your balance. We all have good days and bad. The knee should track forward or open. Open will help the glute to strengthen. Inward is a little hard on the knee and you don't access the side thigh and glute. Hands down. Lifting the back heel back to the runner. And then make a spin to the middle. And then spin to the other side. Nice long spine. Really work on lifting the chest. Breathing. Very, very fluidly. And then Vera 1, remember the different options. Hold the thigh or push down on the glutes if you have some back pain. Otherwise, you sit deep into it. The back leg is very, very strong. The back foot's engaged. That's part of how you access your full strength through the body and the flexibility that squaring the hips and strengthening the back leg will stretch you deeper. Hands down. Center the back heel. We're back into the runner's lunge. Keep the spine lifting. Take a breath or two more. And then spin back to the center. Breathe. And when you're ready, we'll make a squat. So you can hop into the squat. You can walk into it. You can also avoid the squat. Some students have ankles or knees that just really don't work with the squat. Feel free to do a seated hip opener instead. Otherwise, spend a little bit of time here, some deep breathing. If you're feeling tight in it, slightly wider can help. Eventually it's not good, but hip width or slightly wider. Very good. Sitting on a couple blocks. I typically don't teach with props, but if you have some, use them as you need. Enjoy. Still holding and still with the breath. If you're ever wondering, what am I supposed to be doing? Maybe you got a little lost with all the different alignment details. Just breathe, right? First detail is to breathe. Everything else will follow. Very good. And then we're going to gently sit down. Now for some, you're higher up, so it's a delicate process. Take your time and be careful.
Adjust to have the legs facing forward. Work the sitting bones back. And work on lifting the chest. Knees high, chest high, point the ankles, and extend VC. You might just do it like this or with the hands on the ground. Otherwise, arms extend out, legs tall, chest tall. This is Navasana, or the V position. And we're going to go ahead and switch back to the hands and knees. Switch back to the hands and knees and extend the right leg. Just lift as high as the hip. Option to lift the left arm. And switching sides. Extend the left leg, lift just as high as the hip, lifting the right arm. And come on down. Let's go ahead and lower all the way onto the belly. And inhale, locust. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Keep the elbows at least a little bit. And breathe. Exhale, lower. Use the core to lift. Let's switch to having the knees really wide, and we'll stretch into the hips. So it's a wide-legged child. You can relax into it more. Breathe into it a little bit more. Let go through the neck and head. Very good. Let's go ahead and come back to a nice downward dog. Hips high, relaxing the head down. Right foot steps halfway up the mat. Let's do a scissor stretch. You can leave the front knee bent a little bit. Eventually, you can lengthen more through both legs. Push down through the heels. Relax the neck. Deep breath. And switch sides. Dog stretch. Hips high. And one more time, knees down, turn to the side, and walk or hop the feet apart. Hold the ground, maybe a block or the ankles. Lengthen the spine. So you do move down toward the floor, but not rounding down. You're lengthening in a nice diagonal angle and staying with the breath. Notice your shoulders. I like rolling them out a bit, but just don't hold tension in the neck or shoulders. But do lengthen the spine and open the toes as you breathe very thoroughly. And lengthen through the spine. Go ahead and bend the knees. Let's stand. Open up the right foot. Now, if you notice you open it, it's just like diagonal. Keep opening it. Open it all the way forward or slightly open. Then turn the back foot up diagonal. So it's like a 45-degree angle. Lengthen through the arms and take triangle pose. Deep breath. Use the core. Push into the feet. Stand on up. And switch the feet. So turn the back foot up a bit. Completely open that left foot, or whatever's the opposite side. Spread all of the toes. And take Trikonasana, triangle pose. Long rib cage, long spine and legs, and long breath. Draw into the core. Stand on up. Center the feet. Bring the feet a little closer. Open the toes. And then bend the knees. Use the hands to help the knees widen. Stay like this. Or bring the arms up and take Devi Asana. And let's all stand and relax the arms. Bring the feet closer. And then bring the feet together. Next is tree pose. You can open the foot a little bit with the heel either on the ankle or calf, the toes on the ground. So this is the first tree, modified tree. You can have the foot on the calf. If you're able to, have the foot high into the thigh and dig the heel in for placement. And also it's a nice massage for your muscle. Open the right knee and the left hip. Have the arms partially lifted to heart or extending. The shoulders are low and the spine is long. And let's relax everything. And then open, knee opens, the heel is on the calf or the ankle. You bring the foot up a little bit. Bring the foot a little bit higher. Dig the heel in and opening the right hip and the left knee. And bring the hands to heart. And arms extend. Deep breath. And relaxing the arms and the legs. Let's go ahead and take a forward salute. Exhale, plank position. And work on lifting out of the shoulders. Knees down. Let's lower all the way. Reach back through the feet. And inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Work on lifting and opening up in the chest. Reach back through the feet. Breathing. And come on down. Use the core and lift. Downward dog. Knees down, hands together, elbows down. Dolphin stretch. Push into the legs, lift out of the shoulders. That's the big challenge, to really lift up and back out of the shoulders. Still breathing, of course. And come down. Palms down. Work the legs to the end of the mat. Drop your hips a bit. Take plank on the elbows. Deep breath. Sphinx stretch. Work on lifting the chest. Breathing deep, reaching back through the feet. Taking time with the exhale. And if you like, lengthen the arms. Reach back through the feet even more. Low shoulders, buoyant chest. A little bit more breath. Come on down. Let's take the right arm overhead. Roll to the side and flex the feet. Lift and open the right knee, holding the knee, or take hold of the foot and extend the leg part way, or if you can, extend fully. If you're falling backwards, then bend and hook the bottom leg. Otherwise, hanging out here, enjoying the stretch, lifting through the big toe mound as you draw the little toes down. Let's go ahead and release. And taking the other side. So start in the basic form, just holding the knee, or hold the foot, extend the leg, breathe. Remember, you can do a partial extension. You can have both legs bent for balance. Otherwise, challenging your balance and challenging the stretch a little bit. Eventually, both legs lengthen. When I use the word eventually, I don't mean after you warm up for a few seconds in this class. I mean, maybe in a matter of years. Maybe just warming up is enough, but it's a very broad term. It takes some time.
Always good to have patience with yourself as you practice. And we'll come on down. Use the core and lift. Downward dog. Right knee forward. Swan. Work the knee up and have the hips going downward. Lift the chest. Take deep breath. Let's lay down into the forward bend. And come on up. And take downward dog. And left knee forward. Swan. And after a little bit of time lifting, we'll take the forward bend. So maybe a breath or two more. And let's enjoy laying down into it. Just letting go, freeing up tension in the back and shoulders and neck, as well as enjoying that nice deep release in the hips. Good. Come on up. When you're ready, exhale, downward dog. Feel free just to stay here, or you can take a plank, and you may want to wash out the sequence with a nice chaturanga up dog. Maybe take a moment to savor opening up in the chest, breathing deep into that space. And engage the core, lift up and back, downward dog. Good. Let's put the knees down and adjust into a straddle stretch. So we'll slowly readjust our seat, fix the COVID fro for a second, and widen the legs. Draw into the core. Arms lift. And stretch to one leg, maybe just holding the shin or eventually holding the foot.
And coming on up, arms lift, drawn to the core, and stretching to the other leg. Deep breath. And coming on up, go ahead and gradually bring the legs closer to each other. Let's switch into a nice cross-legged sit. Maybe sit on a blanket or towel. Relax the arms to the legs. Sit tall. Let's close the eyes and take 5 deep breaths. Let's go ahead and switch which leg is forward. And take a brief lateral bend to one side, not even trying very hard. And then the other, just staying loose, not getting tight in the spine. And that will help us with our next little bit of quiet time. Just take a little bit of time to have the eyes closed, soft breath, just focusing on one followed by the other. Come on back to the body. And let's adjust to lowering onto the back. When you have enough space, use your core, come back gradually, take knees to chest. And bring the feet to the ground. And double check that the feet are even and parallel. Inhale, lift to a bridge, just lightly. Lower with the exhale. Let's do that again. Lift, maybe a little bit more this time. And lower. Lift and sustain. Maybe use your hands under the hips or block of different heights. And breathe. Good. Come on down. Take a very light knees to chest, not hugging in that much, but just letting the back be neutral. And then next is butterfly. Feet down, feet together, knees open, butterfly. And knees lift. Exhale, knees to chest. And open the arms, legs to left, body twist right. And other side. And when you feel nice and even, let's take deep relaxation. Lay on the back and relax. Close the eyes. And just draw inward, letting soft breath guide your mental and physical state to a place of softness as well. Taking time just to be. Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. And we'll gradually shift back to the body. Take knees to chest. And then a comfortable seat. In the comfortable seat, we'll do a clearing breath and one Om. Breathe in. Let it out with the exhale. And then inhaling. Thank you very much, everyone. Classes are for donations, so if you're able to, please check the links for PayPal. Venmo works best, but PayPal is a convenient link. I've noticed there was a glitch in some of my descriptions and the PayPal link wasn't working. So if you've been watching classes and been wanting to donate and haven't been able to, I've fixed that, at least for my upcoming videos. I'm gonna fix all the previous video descriptions as well. So sorry about that, but thank you for what you can contribute. If you don't have money, don't worry about it. Train as much as you want, but it really helps me if you like and share. Positive comments, and YouTube is good too for more searchability, and subscribing is awesome. So please do all those things if you can. Take good care, and I'm going to say goodbye for now. We will do Vinyasa on Saturday. See ya.